Which is more important, execution or strategy? What's happening? I am Eric J. Olson. Execution or strategy, which is more important to you? All right, well, the reality is neither is more important. They're both required, but a lot of times business owners, myself included, very much so, will focus on one or the other, at least for a certain period of time. Now, here's what I mean. Most of the times we are thinking about execution. We are in the business. We are working on the business. We are just executing. And I don't know about you, but a lot of times, like, there is nothing that's going to stop me. So if we have a plan, if we have a strategy, or even if we don't have a plan, but I've set my mind to something, we will figure out a way to do it. And we will push and push and push until it either gets done or we change our minds. So that's execution. Most of us, I think, are stuck in execution land. Now, on the flip side, you have people that are stuck in strategy land. And what I mean by that is they will spend all of their time coming up with a strategy. So think about the person who wants to start a business, has been talking about starting a business for years, is working on their business plan, and has been working on their business plan for months or years, or maybe even longer. They are searching for perfection in their strategy before they do anything. Now, the problem with that strategy, which is focusing exclusively on strategy, is that they just spent months or years actually doing nothing. They're just thinking about doing something, planning to do something. And in the meantime, new competitors have popped up. Old competitors have changed their ways. They've progressed. The industry has changed. The consumer has changed. Things have changed. Is their strategy being updated to reflect all these changes? No, probably not. They're still searching for perfection, but they're not executing. You clearly cannot have just strategy and no execution. That is not going to work. But you can have execution without strategy. The problem is you're just going in a particular direction and you may not be going in the right direction. So every once in a while, you got to pop back out of execution, look at your strategy, dust it off, make sure that it's still applicable, update it, maybe even come up with a new strategy, and then start executing again. Now, how often should you do this? What's your cycle? I mean, that's completely up to you. But today I'm actually driving to meet Kevin. We are going to have an entire full day strategy session. We've done this only once before, and we decided to do it every quarter. So 3 months have passed. We're going to do it again. But we actually increased the frequency. It was so valuable, and it changed so many things in our business that we knew we needed to kind of like address at some point, that we decided to do it every 2 months. And we've already talked about doing it every month. So we're going to spend an entire day. We already have an agenda. I have a full page, bullet points of things we're going to talk about. Kevin's got some things he wants to talk about, and we're going to make decisions, and we're going to document it in a strategy document that we're going to share with our team. It's confidential, but it's going to be what we execute for the next, from now until probably a year from now. So we still have this big vision, creating endless opportunity for our staff, for our families, for our clients, by building a $100 million per year digital marketing national powerhouse. That's definitely the big goal. That's the vision. And by 2030, the strategy is what we need to do, how we need to execute in order to get there. Not for the next 9 years, but for the next couple months, small stepping stones. And I think in Traction, they call them rocks, quarterly rocks. That's effectively what we're doing. So think about strategy versus execution. You cannot get stuck in one versus the other. If you do get stuck in one versus the other, please let it be execution. At least you're doing something and you're thinking about it as you go, but you need to pop out every once in a while, think about your strategy, tweak what you're doing, and then just keep on executing.
Hey there, it's Eric J. Olson. I wanted to let you know about my book, $1 Million Journey, How to Launch a 7-Figure Business. This is the story of what it took for me to go from freelancer with no clients, no employees, no revenue, to growing a $1 million business. It took me 8 years, and I made a lot of mistakes. And all of those mistakes, and more importantly, lessons learned, are in this book. And we have chapter takeaways, 5 to 15 takeaways that you could apply right now to your business. Check it out on Amazon, $1 Million Journey by me, Eric J. Olson.